What's going on, guys? In this video I'm going to show you how to make your first piece of jewelry for your jewelry business. I'm going to take you to the district and show you the step-by-step process. Let's begin. Alright, so as you guys know, there's 5 steps to making jewelry. In this video we're only going to have 4 because one of the 5 steps is setting diamonds, and your first piece of jewelry should not have any diamonds in it. So the first thing we're going to need is a 3D file. The second thing we're going to do is to print this 3D file in wax. The third thing we're going to do is to cast this 3D wax into gold. And the last step is we're going to polish it. If you guys want more details on these steps, I recommend you watch the first jewelry video I posted, which is about 30 minutes long. I'll post the link in the description below. You guys can get your jewelry design in the district, but I don't recommend it because it's overpriced. Instead, we're going to go on the website called cgtrader.com. Here you can buy a bunch of 3D files. You can also get custom work done. We're going to do this line ring right here. Simply click add to cart and the file will be available for instant download. Now, if you guys want custom work done, simply find a designer you like and hit the hire me button right here. The file is going to be an STL file, and here we can check it out. The next step is to print this 3D file using a special jewelry printer and Castable resin. The first way is to email the file to a jewelry printer in the district and pick it up the next day. And the second way is you guys can buy a Mars Elegoo 3D printer on Amazon and print the files at home yourselves. If you guys decide to print with a jewelry printer, this type of wax will cost you around $20 to print. If you print with a 3D printer, it will cost you around $1 per wax. It's also much more beneficial to have the 3D printer because you guys can print out your entire line of jewelry at home and also do test prints prior to manufacturing to confirm things such as sizing. So if you guys are serious about starting a jewelry business, this is definitely something I recommend getting. You guys will need to buy special castable resin for your 3D printer. You guys will not be able to cast with regular resin. Castable resin is a wax which burns out during casting, and regular resin is plastic based, so it's not going to burn out. If you cast with regular resin, your piece is going to have a lot of defects, so I don't recommend you waste your time. Alright guys, let's take a look at some of our castable resin options. One of the most popular ones is the one from powerresins.com. The only issue with this one is that it's too expensive, so I don't recommend you guys get it. Instead, I recommend you guys check out eBay. You can find a much better deal here. Let's take a look at this one for example. As you guys can see, the seller has almost 100% feedback. You can see here. And in my opinion, the best option is the Centertech castable resin. It'll cost you around $100 for 1 liter, which will get you around 100 prints in this type of ring. And you guys can see that the reviews are 100% perfect and it's compatible with this printer. Alright you guys, so the Mars Elegoo printer is going to come with a USB drive, and it's also going to come with this software called Box. We're going to open up the software. We're going to take our file, drag it here. Now we're going to click over here to add the supports. Click plus all. And then we're going to remove the supports that we don't need, which is these right here. Because if we clip them, we might damage the teeth. So we're going to select these and delete them. We're going to go back to the main screen. So now we're going to go on the Casting Resin's website and find out what the print settings are. So for this resin right here, it's 81480. We're going to take these settings and put them into the Box software. We're going to click over here, click settings, click print, and make sure this is 81480, which we already did. Then we're simply going to click slice and save the file and import it onto the USB drive. Now we're going to plug the USB drive into the Mars Elegoo, find the file, and hit print. The printer is going to start printing the wax, and that will usually take a few hours. So as you guys can see, the print printed flawlessly. If you have any defects, it's because you did not add enough supports. After the machine is done printing, we're going to take the clippers that came with the machine, and we're going to clip off all the supports. Make sure you guys do not pull on them, because if you do, you're going to leave a hole in the wax. When the piece is casted, the polisher is going to have to polish off more gold from your piece, and you guys are going to lose gold. So you want to avoid that. It's much better to just leave some of the wax from the supports on there and use a little bit of sandpaper to make it flat. When you guys are finished, inspect the piece for any flaws. Now the piece is ready to be casted. The next step is we're going to take a small plastic bag and we're going to write 2 things on it. We're going to write the carat of the gold that we want to cast in, so 10 karat, 14 karat, or 18 karat. And we're also going to write the color of the gold, yellow, white, or rose. Alright guys, next step is we're going to go down to the jewelry district. Every large city in the US has a jewelry district, some bigger than others. LA and New York have the biggest ones. Now a lot of you guys ask me if you can do this if your city doesn't have a jewelry district, and the answer is no. You have to either come to your nearest one or go to LA or New York for a couple of days. Just so you guys know, the district is closed on weekends. So when you guys get to the district, you will see a bunch of large buildings. This is where all the factories are going to be. Now when I say factories, I'm not talking about real factories. You guys don't need any kind of business licenses or any kind of legal documents to work with these people. These are usually very small offices that only have a couple of employees. And sometimes it's only just one person. On the bottom are going to be the retail stores. These will usually have one owner / salesman and probably 1 or 2 workers that run around the district making jewelry pieces. If you guys see a jewelry store that does all their stuff in-house, it's usually because there's no district there. So if you guys don't have a 3D printer, right now you're going to go pick up your wax. There are going to be many wax printing places all over the district. When you guys pick up your wax, be very careful, it's going to be very fragile. Next, you're going to find a caster. And when you guys look for a caster, be very careful and avoid places that do casting, polishing, and other work. These are not places where jewelers manufacture jewelry. These are places where people try to make jewelry for less. We're now going to take our wax to the caster. You're going to tell him the color of gold you want and the carat. You guys should be paying $1.50 on top of the gram. If this is your first time casting, you might have to build a relationship with these people to get the right prices.
How's it going, bro? Can I do this one in 14 karat yellow, please?
14 karat yellow for who?
Slava, S-L-A-V-A.
Okay.
When is it ready?
Tomorrow around the 12th?
Okay, just 150 per gram to confirm, right?
Was that 175 on top of the gram?
175, because usually I do 150.
150?
Yeah.
How about we do 175 this time and we keep coming?
No problem, sounds good. Appreciate it, no problem.
You want me to do I think today the gram's like 34 or 48, just so you have enough.
That's cool, yeah. Set that in there. Thank you.
Cool.
Hi, how are you? I need to pick up the line ring.
Seven?
Yeah, 7.
Okay. Can you sign?
Sure.
Ya, cambio.
Here you guys can see the receipt. The gold price for that day was almost $33. When you guys first get the casted piece back, you will see it's not going to be shiny, it's going to look very rough. If you notice any porosity or small holes, tell the caster, they're going to weld it for free. You guys will also see part of the sprue. The polisher will file this off. Next, you're going to weigh your piece just to confirm that it's correct. You guys should always write down the weight to know how much it costs to make the piece. As you guys can see, this one weighs 19.7 grams. The next step is scanning your jewelry. When you're dealing with a new caster for the first time, you always want to scan your jewelry.
This is 14 karat.
Can you tell me the exact how you're seeing for the video? Cool.
The next step is to find a polisher in the district. You guys will usually pay around $20 to get your piece polished. The first few pieces you guys make, I recommend you guys use different polishers because some do a way better job than others. Just so you guys know, when you do polish your piece, you will lose 3 to 5% of the weight. As you guys can see, the piece now weighs 18.8 grams. That's because of polishing. The majority of this was lost because of the sprue. If you guys want to, you can file it yourself. But I don't recommend you guys do this when you first start making jewelry. Also, make sure you guys don't forget, take professional photographs for each piece of jewelry you make. This way you guys can list jewelry for sale without actually having it. Then when the piece sells, you can go down to the district and make it. Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Just so you guys know, anybody can get into this business, even if you're under 18. You don't need any licenses, none of that. You can even start with a couple of $100s. Alright guys, please like the video, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.